What's going on, everyone? iLootGames here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to go over all the insane patch notes that came out today. We are seeing some of the biggest changes to Apex that we've seen in a long time. Now, I don't know if they're going to change with the meta, but they're definitely going to change up the gameplay. Before we get into it, I'm debating on coming back and making daily videos. If you guys want to see me come back and make daily videos, hit the like button, leave a comment below, show me some love, man. Let me know that you guys want me here, and I'll be making a decision soon, though. I appreciate it, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into that. And yeah, that leaker guy, he was right, which is insane to think about. Everyone's like, wingman sniper ammo? Yes, wingman sniper ammo. After I go over those changes, I'll also go ahead and add at the end me going over live on stream the map changes. So if you want to see my opinion, thoughts on it, right as I read it for the first time, I'll go ahead and add that from the stream this morning. Thank you guys who joined the watch party, by the way. Always fun to have a lot of detectives in there. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into these changes. The new level cap in Apex Legends is effectively 2,000. You will be able to loop through levels 1 through 500 3 additional times. The number of packs you can now earn through leveling up is 544. So basically for free, you have a guaranteed heirloom. And yeah, that'll be very interesting. The fact that you can earn more packs is always a good thing. I think the more that you can give back to the community, the better. The next thing that we saw, which is insane, and this is all reported by Alpha Intel, which is Dexerto, so I want to thank them for the information. Wingman switches to sniper ammo in Season 14. So yeah, so Wingman will be sniper, and the Spitfire will be light ammo. And also, a shout out to Osvaldator. He leaked all this stuff early, and everyone's like, no, there's no way this is accurate. Can't believe you. I spoke to him privately about some things, and sure enough, he was accurate. So shout out to him for sharing accurate information early. I always appreciate that. The misleading leaks that we've seen, that's just weird that people go out of their way to do stuff like that. So Wingman, sniper ammo, and Spitfire light ammo. What in the heck? The other change that we're seeing here is gold equipment has been changed. So the gold knockdown no longer self-reses. Instead, it gives you what the gold backpack gave you. So you'll have that guardian angel ability when you res people to give them health if you have a gold knockdown. So now you want to give the gold knockdown to Lifeline. You want to give it to Mirage. You want to give it to Newcastle. Any of the person that you think is going to be resing the most on your team, it's the most useful for, you want to give it to them. So that's interesting. Now, though, the golden guard or the golden backpack will have, instead of the guardian angel, it's going to have a new ability called Deep Pockets. Now the Deep Pockets thing will give you extra meds. So instead of 2 med kits, now you can have 3, and that goes with batteries. Instead of 1 Phoenix, you can actually go up to 2 Phoenixes. So that's cool. I guess like it's a little loot goblin perk. Not that big. You're not gonna be that excited anymore though when you see that golden backpack. You're gonna be way more excited seeing that knockdown. The supply drop weapons are now changed also. So we're going to see in the supply drop the bow check and the rampage. So the scout and the volt will be going back to ground loot, which I think is good. I really hate going against the bow. It feels just like a super overpowered weapon. So I'm glad to see that go into the care package, because honestly, if you're a beast with the bow, I'm assuming it's going to get a little bit of a buff. And if it goes to like what it was when it was on release, that's really strong. The EVA 8 is also getting a buff. They're increasing the firing rate. The bolts increase fire rate even more. They're adding stocks to it, and double tap hop up returns. So that's going to be pretty cool. I guess their goal was to make the EVA 8 a very aggressive shotgun that you would just go in and go ham with. The Skull Piercer hop up also returns, and it's going to be compatible with the Wingman longbow and the 30-30 repeater. Imagine how strong that's going to make the 30-30 repeater. Now we have a new attachment called laser sights. So yes, you're actually going to have laser sights, and it's going to go on SMGs and pistols, and you can customize the laser color just like your reticles, and it's going to reduce your hip fire spread. So that is going to be a really cool one. Think about if you're playing ranked and you're going to be able to have a laser sight on and actually point to where a person is instead of pinging them. Because when you're in fights and you're like, I'm shooting them, and you're thinking, well, who are you shooting? You're not telling me who you're shooting. Now you'll be able to see immediately your teammates with the laser sight optical. We'll show you exactly where they're at. So that's going to be really cool to see that. I'm excited about that one. Oh, and apparently enemies can't tell that you're using the laser sight. Only your teammates. So that's a really cool feature. Then in addition to all these changes, the Devo and the RE45 are going to go into the replicator rotation in season 14. So let me know what you guys think of these changes. Are you happy about them? Are there other things you want to see? Because I think there's going to be more coming, but we'll have to see when the official patch notes come out. And you know what? Just to celebrate these changes, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick giveaway. ApexRank.com. You'll be able to click this little button in the corner, and every hour you can scratch a scratch off to see if you won Apex coins instantly. You know, you'll get a code. You send it to me. Bam, you get your Apex coins. That's the Apex ranked leaderboard. I also do news articles on there. Sometimes I'm the writer, sometimes someone else is the writer, but you're always going to get good information that I work on. So apexrank.com, go over there right now, go ahead, scratch a card, and then go back every hour and see if you get lucky. And then, yeah, check out the leaderboard, check out the news. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into the patch notes. This is all cut from today's stream earlier from the watch party. So you'll see my live reaction. There might be some other added stuff where I'm just jibber jabbering, but hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm glad to be doing videos again, and let's get back to it. Hit that like button if you enjoy me being back, man. I appreciate it. For the new character, not the detailed abilities page, though. All right. Hi, I'm Michael Shannon, senior level designer. I'm excited that new POI relic. One of the most frequent pieces of feedback we hear about Kings Canyon is the overall map size. Over time, King Canyon has continued to feel smaller and smaller as the game has evolved often. His game is often this squads were too close together in the early and mid game, making it difficult for players to take fights without being interrupted by a third party. Addressing this was the primary goal of our new POI. Let's see here. There's the old one, and boom! They also need to add better loot. Hopefully they've improved on the loot, you know? That would help a lot. In Season 5, Skulltown and Thunderdome were sunk by a massive explosion caused by Loba's big ass. Now that the salvage operation is complete, the Syndicate has rebuilt the area for the Apex games. Dredging machines have refilled the space with sand from the ocean floor, and a new battleground has been rebuilt with the iconic skull as its centerpiece. The winding, interconnected buildings of the Center Village should provide a frantic and nostalgic experience for the legends. This is just like when you buy an audiobook from Audible. You guys are welcome. You should be paying for this. If anyone wants to pay for it, feel free. You can donate. You can hit the, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. You guys know what to do. With the Relic, we saw an opportunity to bring back gameplay that many players love from the original Kings Canyon, but with a POI more appropriately sized for the overall health of the map. We hope you'll make some great memories playing on Relic. Oh, thank you, J Miles. Thank you. You're welcome for J Miles. I know the reading thing. You're welcome. Appreciate it. 27 months. By the way, talking chat, J Miles, I gave you a little something. Talking chat, and you'll see it. Modified POIs, Cage, Hillside, and Relay. The Cage is a memorable structure on Kings Canyon, but we felt its defensibility was too high for POI. No, they're ruining the Cage. Oh man. Positioned directly in a high traffic junction. Where are the patch notes? This is the only patch notes. Look, you see that first? That's a founder's badge. That's a founder's badge, okay? You don't have to test anymore. Looks next to your name. That's a founder's badge. Yeah, you're welcome. Only 10 people in the world get that. You're welcome. This was contributing to third parties. Wait, am I in the right spot? In order to resolve these fights quicker, we decided to simplify the top of the structure. So they opened it all up? What? Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I guess that's not that bad, but you're going to be really vulnerable. You own 10% of iLootGames, yes. The power's going straight to his head already. That's ridiculous. The top of the cage is still a power position, but players entering the area will be able to put additional pressure on the dominant squad. Because it's easier to enter or leave, players should now more easily be able to capitalize on an advantage and end the fight. We felt similar about the Hillside POI. This is the other favorite place of mine, where squads trying to rotate through would find themselves caught in prolonged engagements, excuse me, between multiple squads. So this is what it was like before. ILG Stonk is up, man. Oh my goodness. What the? So their map improvements are just stripping the area just to bare bones, bro. What the? That's horrible. Why? That was literally my favorite place to land. Now both areas they've just stripped naked, and they're like, "There you go. It's better now, right, guys?" Huh? You always know how Kings Canyon doesn't have enough unsafe places. People get paid for this, by the way. I know there's some person who's like collecting his money right now, just living, starting at 300,000 for the most basic job in LA, and he's like, yeah, I earned my money this time. In order to reduce this friction, we have built this area from the ground up without defensible interior spaces. Our goal with this change is resolve fights faster and allow safer rotations through this space. As a bonus change, we've restored some buildings that previously existed at Broken Relay. So this is what Broken looked like, or looks like now, and this is what it's gonna look like. So they added a couple, or what, 4 more buildings back. I did like these buildings. I did like the zipline setups. I think it made for interesting fights, so I'm glad they did that. But that, I don't know if that just like is some kind of weird trade-off for this. Like, they're like, okay, well, fuck 2 POIs, but we'll give you 4 buildings over here on the very edge of the map. We really love this zipline gameplay. Yeah, so did I. And saw an opportunity to bring it back. We've also renamed this POI from Broken Relay to Basin to more accurately describe how it appears on this version of the map. Okay. Modified rotations. Let's see this. Overall, we felt that on Kings Canyon, squads didn't need to fully commit to a decision as much as they needed to on other maps. That's kind of true. I understand that. Frequent cut-throughs made it easy to interrupt fights without consequence. For this update, we wanted to reward players for planning the rotations thoughtfully by making some key changes. So this this little split right here has now turned into a single split.
Charge complete.
Ooh, that scared you guys? That scared the fuck out of me. All right, this major rotation in the center of the map connected destroyed bridges and River Center and Hillside. We felt that this rotation was too fast, contributing to a high amount of third parties at River Center and Hillside. To help make the flow of squads more predictable, we've removed the connection to destroyed bridges. This is, I don't know what goes through these guys' minds. We've also removed this cave connection. Oh, what is this part? Wait a second. I don't know. We've also removed this cave connection between Marketplace and River Center to further stabilize the flow of squads around River Center. We expect the squads will experience less third parties in these central locations on Kings Canyon, resulting in a much smoother mid-game. It's someone explain this. What is it? So instead of allowing you to cut through here, now you can only go one direction. I'm assuming is what it's saying, right? You can only go to the left? Is that what it's saying? Hopefully, chat, look, here's the deal. Hopefully what we get a private server access, and if we do, join me on launch day, and we will do the most thorough walkthrough. We'll figure everything out in a private server. Everyone can join. We'll just walk through it. We'll cause havoc. We'll litter a little bit, and we'll figure things out, okay? At Marketplace, we've moved the small cave connection at the back to a more visible location, widen it significantly. This should make it more difficult for players to ambush squads at Marketplace, improve player awareness. Okay, so this is just this entrance, but moved over here, I guess. There's a hole, and then there's not. That's the change. Deal with it. We've made a similar modification to this choke point near the cage. The amount of new playable space is significant and gives players better visibility. Interesting. So it's definitely widened up that choke point, which is nice because that was a strange choke point. But I mean, it was a Kings Canyon experience, you know? Just part of being Kings Canyon. Loot refresh. Over time, the loot quality and quantity across POIs has become a frequent point of feedback. In this update, we've taken the time to re-examine loot on Kings Canyon at a holistic level to get it back to a healthy spot. Loot disparity. We've rebalanced the distribution of loot across a number of POIs to address major loot disparity between key POIs. Crash Site and Spotted Lakes have been taken down a peg, and several older POIs have been given a much needed bump, such as Runoff, Hydro Dam, Swamps, and Octane's Gauntlet. That's good. We really needed that. Loot quality. We made significant changes to the loot rarity zones across Kings Canyon. Many POIs that felt prominent enough for medium or rare tier loot simply weren't tagged for it. The quality of loot you can expect to find should feel much more intuitive in this version of Kings Canyon. Loot quantity. Kings Canyon's total loot count was much lower compared to other. Okay, see, you would think that just like off the bat, this would be something that stood out to the devs. They're like, why are people complaining? Well, according to our numbers, our loot quantity is extremely low on this map. Yeah, but why are they complaining about it though? You know, that you would think that they would just know. Stitch, thank you for the 100 biddies, my guy. The biggest offenders were buildings from the original version of the map that contained less loot overall than buildings introduced in subsequent map updates. After taking steps to address this, the total loot can now spawn is roughly compared to Olympus. Interesting. Jester 100 biddies says, what would you think about Pathy's passive being the ability to heal on zip lines? I think that is fine, to be honest. I feel like that's balanced, and that's something that would be cool. I think that's a good passive. They need to do something for him. Kings Canyon Lightbox and Skybox is getting a big update or upgrade in Hunted. This overhaul brings a much more immersive, vibrant environment, and we think Kings Canyons never looked better. Look at that. Additional changes made a large number of quality of life changes all over Kings Canyon. Added a new raised walkway to help players rotate between destroyed bridges and a river center. Added 2 sets of stairs and 2 zip lines to help non-movement legends across the walls at Repulsor. Oh, that's interesting. Why didn't they show that? That's kind of a big deal, I feel like. Added 1 vertical zip line to help non-movement legends access the wall at Artillery. Huh. Added 2 vertical zip lines to help players access the walkways at Swamps. So is that what we're going to see? Like, are they just going to make every new map have like additional new zip lines and stuff? Because the fact is, everyone likes movement legends. And then if you have a team that has a movement legend and you're going, or that doesn't have any movement legends, and you're going against a team that does, you're in big trouble if they get high ground or something. But if they just add zip lines everywhere and it just becomes a crazy jungle, then I guess that counters that. Added 2 vertical, okay, added a new explosive hold at Swamps. Oh, that's nice. Those holds should just be everywhere because they really do help. Removed a number of trees at Forest to improve visibility. Removed 2 of the 3 charge towers at Capacitor. Removed 5 jump towers in areas that would benefit from slower rotations. Fixed many bugs and bad in circles. And that's everything. We're excited about these updates to Kings Canyon. Look forward to hearing what you think. See you in the ring.